I want to go over just a few sections to give you an overall feel for how to manage your sections, edit your sections. We have a lot in here. I created this new page called Staff, and it's not going to be the best staff page because I'm going to throw a lot of different sections in here. But this will give you just a general feel of how to use the different sections. We'll go ahead and throw in this staff section. We also have this other staff section here. I'm going to throw in a second one of these for a reason. We're throwing that one in. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and throw in a featured video section. Let's throw another footer section in. Separated. Let's try and decide which of these two. We'll do a call to action. And let's do a banner. Okay, so this is obviously not all the sections, and they don't necessarily look the best where I have them in here. And if you haven't watched our footer video yet, please do before you start adding footers to your page, because you don't want to add it to every single page. Too much work. All right, so these are just some different sections that we're going to play with to give you a general feel for how to edit your sections in the 3.0 website builder. We have two staff sections. This is the primary staff section where you can keep adding it, one for each staff member. Then we have this staff section, which is really kind of cool. You only add it once, and then you can keep adding staff members to it. We call it section staff 2 because the other ones are section staff 1. But you see I can keep adding staff to this. Or I can remove staff from this, and it just is going to keep building them here. And then for editing those, we just go to the section staff. We also have a couple little style layouts. You can go really big like this. Oh, you know, something that's kind of cool that I've seen is churches will occasionally do, let's add one more staff too. And let's move it down. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Okay, one more. Okay, what I have seen some churches do, I think this is a great idea as well. They will have let's delete that one. Delete this one. Let's go over to 4, delete. And delete 3. So sometimes what I've seen is churches have a staff section like this, and for this next section here, they may have their, senior pastor, associate pastor, and then come down. And we're going to section title, and we will just hide the staff title here because of the way we're using it. Separator's hidden, that's perfect. Delete that text out of there. Let's just hide the controls and see how that can look on a page. We come across, you have staff, you have this text, which we could center it, write some more if we wanted to, or just eliminate it. And then we have the staff broken down like this. So that's one way to do your staff section. Once you have that staff section in there, editing the information is pretty quick and simple. We can sort it if we want to rearrange the staff. We don't have our names in there, so it's a little confusing at the moment, but if you had them, you could see easy sort. And then to modify the information, the staff, we'll click the upload to give ourselves a new image. Once it uploads, we're going to need to crop, and we can zoom in if we want. We can just position that right where we want within. And then when we're happy with it, we're going to go ahead and crop and then apply the image. After that's done, we can go in here, we can create their name, their title. And as you saw, the mouse over creates these icons. We can link those, but maybe we don't want all of them. We can hide any of the ones we do not want to use. And if we don't want that section at all, we can just hide the entire section and nothing will happen on the mouse over. So that's the staff 2 section. The staff 1 section where you add one for each staff, and that's also very convenient. You can keep adding and then just rearranging. Get our editor up here. It's very similar for editing. We'd click and add the photo, crop the photo, and apply the image the same way. We can edit the information that shows up here. We just click on the title name and we can change the font. So the staff name here, who isn't named John Smith when we're doing demo videos. We can pick our font, not necessarily the font I would pick for this. Yeah, a little hard to read, but hey, you get the idea. The title, you can change the title. Maybe you don't want the title box. You can hide the title box. You can change the font for the title box. We can go into our social media icons, and as you see, they're like this. We can change the look of them. We can choose which ones to show and add our links to them, or we can just hide the entire social media section. Contact info, we can choose contact only, or we can choose hide all, call only. We can change the button label for this and change the call value and contact value. So that's the staff sections. And all of these sections here can handle backgrounds if you wanted a background. There would be times maybe that would look good, maybe just a light texture or something. Footer controls. You have a lot of options. We have a second footer as well, but they're similar in what aspects you get. And I should have had my monitor a little bit wider on my recording area, but here we go. You can, this is, in footer controls, the layout style is pretty cool. We have a single box, but you can go different layouts. I'll give you a feel for the different layout there, how you can do that. Once you do that, we have some other style options for the copyright down here. How that's going to lay out. And you don't edit this. The system will automatically edit this for you when it's live. You can change the social media ones, quite like the staff section. And it'll say if the dark footer theme above is selected, certain icon style attributes are overrode, such as this one. You really need to choose. If you want those controls, you'll want the light theme. And then you can have a lot more control over which icons to use. Social media icons is very similar as you saw in the past, showing or not, adding the info there, and then the contact info. This is called our featured video section. I need to remember to click the done here. Always helpful. You know, I think on this one, I will show you it in use from a church, one of our churches. One moment here. Let me bring this window into place. So this is the featured video section that I was just showing you. Oh, here we go, right here. Where you can edit the background. This is that fixed background, and you can link to a video. It's a really easy section to edit. Section featured video. You just, yes, we'll save it. we will just put in our link here, and section background is how we would change the background. As far as editing the text, we can just select it and edit it. Couple more quick sections and you'll get the feel overall. Constantly going back to our section controls and seeing what is special for that section. Call to action, pretty simple. We create a button label, we create a link to it, and we modify our text. We have another one that's very similar. It gives you a little bit more power separator with button. This one is very, very similar in that you just make a couple changes and you can have this little call out section. I think the final one for this video I'll show you is the banners. Banners are so different than they are in 2.0, so much more powerful. When you first add it, you're going to get two images with the text. And if we go to banner text, we'll see banner 1, banner 2. I can add another banner by just going to banner images, click add banner and upload it, and it will show up here. Banner text, there's a lot of power. You probably have seen through the videos where we see animation or effects, and this is a ton of power. It's unbelievable amount of power, maybe too much power, but we're gonna go ahead and do bounce in on the title. And I have some videos compressing on my computer at the same time, something I don't recommend you do when you're using our editor because it uses a lot of memory. But here's our bounce in. So you can change so much in the banners. You can, I think one of the things I really like the most is the banner button controls. You can add a button to a banner. You can choose if it's a light button, a dark button. You can choose how it loads in on the page. The target itself means it's opening on the same page, the click. Blank means it's going to open to a new tab. You put your link in, you create the button label, and you can even change the icon. Not sure why you'd want an up arrow icon, but hey, maybe there's a reason you want an up arrow icon. Real quickly on banner control, and we'll wrap up this video, is banner sorting. You can rearrange the order of your banners, just that simple. And banner schedule. Every section has a scheduling feature where you can schedule when that section is live on the site and when it's not. So you can have a page on your site where one section is only there for a few days and then it goes away. On the banners, you can go one more. You can even schedule each banner when it's going to show up. So if you have a banner you want to show up to this Sunday, but then you don't want it on Monday, you can add that schedule and you don't have to worry about Sunday night logging in and turning it off. It'll still be here for you when you go into the editor, but it won't show on your public site. I think that's enough for banners at the moment, except to say, let's say you built all this text, you built your buttons. It used to be that when we first had this in the beta that you had to, when you added a new banner, you had to add all that again. Like let's say you want to change this image. Now you can just click to change the image and you don't lose the buttons and your text, everything that you built on that. One last thing I just thought of, let's say on this banner you really don't want the title, you can hide it. Or you really don't want that paragraph text, you can hide it. You can even position where it shows up on the banner. So it's just an absolute ton of control. Well, we'll soon, guys, be starting to do videos for every section. We haven't started that yet, but we're going to be starting it either this week or next, I think. And every single section, when you add it, let's add, I do want to show you one more. I want to show you our icon boxes. They're a lot of fun. What's going to happen is as we're creating section videos is each view section controls are going to get another tab that's going to say video, and we're going to go over that each section with one video. But this section, icon boxes, just a lot of fun. It starts out with these four boxes, sorry. We can choose to have less boxes. and it resizes them within the section. We can go in here and change the icons. If we want a larger icon, you just saw it change right for your eyes. We can change what that icon is. There's 84 pages of icons, and you can just search and change it. You can change the color. You can change the color of this. You can add a link to this, so it will link out when somebody clicks on it. You can change the order of those boxes after you've done them. I wanted that on the bottom. There we go. There we go. Just got to go a little slower there. Section background. Let's just add a little bit of a color in here. Check that out. It's a lot of fun. This section's a lot of fun, what you can play with and kind of call out maybe some ministries and then link to them from there. So guys, hope this video is helpful, and looking forward to seeing how you lay out your sections and what sections you pick. And if you have ideas for new sections, let us know. We'll see what we can do.